Hey guys, and welcome back. I'm here with an SMG DPS build with 3 FireCrest. You might be like, are you serious and whatnot? Well, I am quite serious, and this build actually works really well. We're gonna be using 3-piece FireCrest to take advantage of that fast reload time. That works really well with high RPM weapons such as MP7 or MP5, or even like Police M4 or LVOA assault rifles. This build can work. But for an SMG DPS setup, this is pretty nice. Don't look at the DPS and say that's false DPS. No, that is actually an absolutely correct DPS calculation, and it's going to give you a great idea of how much overall damage per second you can put out in like, I don't know, 10 seconds and whatnot. So the key part about this build is that it doesn't give you any damage per bullet. So you need to provide yourself that damage through talents. That's why we're using 3 high-end pieces. We need those talents, and then you're gonna be looking for damage increasing weapon talents. By this could be by I don't know, having crit chance like Vicious Fears, or having just flat damage like Responsive Competent, or just having crit damage or headshot damage like Deadly Brutal. But you are looking for these talents to increase your burst. As a chest piece, we're going to be using Reckless, because Reckless gives you 14% extra damage. And again, as I said, you need any damage you can get to burst people down with this build, because your gear set is not going to give you that. Your gear set is going to give you the capability to keep shooting a lot more. So now with the MP7, the thing is, if you don't use any reload speed stuff, you're only going to be shooting half of the time, and then you're going to be reloading the other half of the time. So like let's say you're shooting for 2 seconds, then you're going to be reloading for another 2 seconds. That means half of the time you're not putting out any damage. But with this build, you can actually decrease that reload speed to 1 second and gonna be shooting 2/3 of the time, which is a huge increase in the DPS that you can put out. So Reckless, then the mask of choice is Tenacious. The reason for that is just again damage. 10% damage after using a medkit, great, I'll take that any day, and works really well with this build. Also, if you have critical save talent, that's going to give you resistance after popping the medkit in the last health segment. I think that's going to be great. That's just going to be good. On our knee pads, we have again critical hit damage to increase our burst. Nothing special. I'm using skill power mods. And then on the backpack, you're going to come and say, oh no, I watched the best in slot videos. I need to have skill power on the backpack. That is absolutely not correct. It's going to be a bit hypocritical of me, but a lot of people just go and watch build videos, YouTube videos and stuff, and believe that that's the best setup, absolute best in slot. I have to do that. Now you have to think for yourself, and you have to decide on what the best is gonna be for your current setup, what you need, what you don't need. And for this build, I'm saying that crit damage is absolutely the better choice. On the gloves, we're gonna be using Savage. That is because we need crit chance. If you don't crit, you're not killing shit. So you need that crit chance to have, and then obviously crit chance and crit damage on it are pretty good. Then your damage for your weapon of choice, whether you use an SMG or assault rifle, I would suggest using this build with an SMG like MP7 or MP5. That's just the best way it works. But you can use it with whatever you want. Just don't use it with like sniper rifles. So 3-piece FireCrest, Reckless, Savage, and Tenacious. Now I'm gonna show you guys some gameplay of it. Hope you guys will enjoy it, and we'll give it a shot. I think this is one of the most accessible builds out there. I mean, I haven't seen anyone complaining that they can't get enough FireCrest. They can't find FireCrest pieces. No, that's just never a problem. So I believe that you'll enjoy this build a lot and be able to put this together quite fast. I mean, my build is not even like close to min-max. I have crappy stats all over the place. I don't know, like it's really not that good. So I'm losing about 300 stats. Like my firearms with a min-max build should be around 3500 and plus, but we're using about 250 or 300 stats, but that's just not gonna really matter. And then The damage you get when you pop a medkit is also really good. Really increases the base damage of the MP7 and gives you that burst, especially if you combine it with the critical save. But all in all, I'm not going to talk much about this build and just show you the gameplay. I think it's really solid and you should definitely give it a shot. Catch you guys in the next one.